the limits in most. I'm glad you missed that bit. And push the limits on most things. My key skills are sales, marketing, and of course surviving. Having been a financial planner for 25, 26 years, specialising in the small business market, I've learned a few tricks along the way from a fair few of the tricksters, I would say, and that's why I like working with small business, because they're adaptable and they've got a lot of agility. So you can move on from that now. And I'm glad you missed the first bit of the recording, which says I was a high school dropout. But it says there, it's my writing. So, yeah, didn't get my HSC.
It's all there.
Yes, it is. And
we might actually just have a moment from you, Glenda, and you, Virginia. So just quickly introduce yourselves as well, and what attracted you to come here today.
Okay, you want me first, do you?
Yes, please.
Okay, I'm Glenda Anthus. I run a business in Lithgow. I'm also the Secretary of the Chamber of Commerce. And I'm sorry I've missed a lot of the previous ones. I just heard you say that this is the last one. It was just more or less catching up with everything and finding out what's going on. And just, when I saw it on the Chamber page this morning, I thought, oh God, I've got to do that. I forgot all about it again. But I'm here.
Well, the good news is that it's all been recorded, so everything is up on a YouTube channel for people to look at.
If all the previous ones have been recorded, I can send all them out to the Chamber members?
Yeah, you can just send the link and they can go to the channel and they can just watch each of them where they like. But as you may have gathered from this little starting point, they're probably a very good before example, and Antonella are going to show quite a few excellent after examples of how to do it well. Virginia, let's hear about you. Hi.
I'm Virginia Jacobs. I live at Oberon and I run a wine education, events, entertainment business. But due to COVID, I've morphed into an online wine selling. So I have a wine subscription that's in its second package going out soon. And I'm using video, or trying to use video, getting more comfortable around video for social media posts to engage with people that might want to buy some interesting wine. Excellent.
Well, the good news for both of you is that it's going to be a very focused tutorial. Some of our sessions have had lots of people, and so we've had to kind of just do it as a broadcast type thing, but this can be a workshop like some of the earlier ones we've had. So please feel free to ask questions along the way. This is right here for you. So we'll move straight into it, and I'll give you the floor.
Shall I share my screen, Sarah? Would you like to share yours and drive?
Well, actually, the control freak in me, looking at you and Steve coming up, says I'll keep control of it, and then I can stop you talking when I need you to. But I'll say that in a much more kind
step now
way, if you like.
No, that's absolutely fine. That's great.
Just tell me what you want me to do when you want me to do it.
Sure. Just one little thing with tech. I have discovered a way that you can share a video that you have on your browser when you're on Zoom. So a few weeks ago, I went ahead and tried to share something and there was no audio. So Sarah, do you know how to do that, or we'll wait for the next slide when that comes up and I'll talk you through, unless you already know, because I had to Google it.
Handing it to you. Not going to learn on the job.
All right.
Excellent.
All right, okay. But you will share your screen now?
No.
Excuse me, ladies. I just had someone walk in the shop.
Okay.
Sure.
No worries. And hi, Kevin. Right. Nice to see you again. No, and
yes,
you take over.
I beg your pardon. Okay, I misunderstood. So, okay, let me just do a quick switcheroo. Put the screen over here. Hopefully, Glenda comes back shortly. She didn't mute. We should have asked her to do that just in case.
You can do it. Would you like me to do it?
I don't think I've got the control to do it, but you can go ahead, Steve.
Oh,
Come
no,
on.
Sarah can do it, I think.
Yeah, I'll do that. You keep going.
All right. Okay, just bear with me.
It came up and then went away again.
I
There it
thought
is.
so.
Got it.
You got
Yeah.
it? Okay. All right, so we were requested a fortnight ago to dive in a little bit about video editing, because obviously YouTube is such a great channel and a lot of people want to know exactly what it's all about and how you can get the tools and the software to record and edit videos. Now, it's a lot easier than it used to be. The tools, we all have the tools. Our good old mobile phones are now the tools for everything. It is easy to shoot a video, but editing is a completely different skill set. It does require a lot of patience and interest. I won't lie. I know Steve loves, so I'm going to see some of his work shortly. But you know, it's not everybody's. But there's new software and editing tools which have got a very simple user interface, and that means it's user friendly. And it can make it actually a lot of fun to do once you get the knack of it. And the thing is, with a business, it's not all about the fun factor. It is about spending some time on a video marketing strategy, which is separate to all other strategies. So there's another strategy to put down on the list. So that's just about the general topic that we're talking about. Now, there are lots and lots and lots of there's a lot of software out there, and I pulled out some favorite ones, mostly ones that are free and the ones for beginners that at the moment are on trend. As I said, the bonus is that free trials are always great, and it's good that you can actually pull these out and say, right, they're for beginners, because you do have the higher tech software that a lot of us wouldn't use the features, not until you get to an advanced stage. So these are the names of all of them. I won't go through all of them. There are lots of reviews on these, and you can read about what makes it so easy for independent users, which is that's also good, but it gives you a starting point. You can search these up, and we will obviously give you a copy of this. There'll be a recording, so you won't lose it. A popular one that our colleague Steve uses is Adobe Premiere Rush. So he'll give us a bit of a demo on how he has edited some of his videos in a little while. And we were also asked to explain, how do you create a YouTube channel? You've got a lot of other platforms that you've got your personal account, and then of course you need to be looking at a business account, and how do you keep that available to users, to visitors, so that you're not sharing passwords, you're not asking them to log in, but you're creating a channel itself. Now, I've got a really, really good video. It's 5 minutes and 15 seconds. I think it's well worth to show you what people are putting up and what sort of content is available on YouTube if you haven't sort of hunted down that, gone down that road before. It's from an American guy. There's lots out there. I just particularly like the way he zips through it a little bit, and you can rewatch it. So I'm going to hit the play button and have a sit back, and hopefully it's going to play with sound. Stay tuned.
If you've never had a YouTube channel and you want to
sound coming up for everyone,
make one, or you already have one but want to make a brand new YouTube channel, then stay tuned. I'm going to walk you through step by step on how to do that. You got to just press record. Hey guys, my name is Noel Molt with Think Media. Now let's jump right into this video. First off, we are going to create a brand new YouTube channel. If you don't have a Google account, that is what I'm going to walk you through. So first of all, go to youtube.com, and in this upper right hand corner you are going to see a sign in button. We are going to click on sign in, and at this point if you don't have any Google accounts, if you don't have a Gmail, you're not going to see any of these accounts here, but what you will see is use another account, or it might just say create an account. But for me, I'm going to click use another account. So you're probably going to see this window right away. And now what you can do here is actually create account by just clicking create account. And you have two options, either for myself or to manage my business. Now you probably want to hit for myself because it's probably just your own personal YouTube channel, but actually I recommend hitting manage my business. And this is going to actually give you a few more options that you wouldn't be able to do if it was just a personal YouTube account. One of these perks of having what they call a brand account is multiple people can sign in rather than signing into your Google account and accessing your Gmail and all that. They can just sign into the YouTube channel. If it's for myself and you wanted someone else to sign in, they would actually have to get your password for your Gmail for everything Google. So that is one major reason. Another reason that's really cool is you can have a different name on your YouTube channel than your actual Google account. So if you do for myself, your YouTube name will be your Google account name, but not everyone wants to do that. So I definitely recommend going with that brand account. Now, when filling out this page, your name right here, this is not going to be what shows up on your YouTube channel. You'll be able to choose that later. So you can really choose whatever you would like here. Now, right underneath that, we have your email address. And if you don't have a Gmail account yet, you're going to want to hit this button, which is create a new Gmail instead. Now you need to create a username that goes before the @gmail.com. And if you do something that is already taken, when you hit password, it's going to show you that this username is taken and to try another. So you want to find one that is unique and has not been used before. So I'm going to add a number to the end of mine, and it also gives you some suggestions. So maybe I want to click on this one instead. And now I know that this one is available and it even recommended it to me. So now I'm going to choose my password. Then we're going to hit next, and then we need to fill this page out for Google. So if we need a recovery email address, this doesn't have to be a Gmail, it could be anything. And so you're going to put in a few things here. After filling that out, you'll hit next again, and then on privacy and terms, you can read this and then scroll down at the bottom, you'll hit I agree. And right here it says your Google account is all set. Now you can add your business profile. So what we want to do actually is hit not now. We are going to go straight to YouTube and finish creating our YouTube account. Now we're back on the YouTube page, and we know our channel is created because up here we can see our icon and our name, but there's a very, very, very important step that you need to know next. I want you to go to your channel icon and hit create a channel. So we are going to click that button, and then we're going to see this. It says your creator journey begins, and we're going to say get started. Now here we're able to use our own name, or we could use a custom name, which is what I want to do. And now I can choose a channel name and I can put that in here. So I've chosen my name, I click I understand, and I hit create. And at this point, now I've created a YouTube channel. Now we have a brand channel, so remember that if you want to change your name at any point, you still can do that. You just got to go into your settings and change that. Now I have videos already talking about how to upload a profile picture and all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to avoid that, but go back to YouTube. And then we can see here when we click on our icon, we can go to your channel. And at this point, you have a YouTube channel. You can go into the comments, you can post the video, you're officially a YouTuber. If you want to create another YouTube channel, maybe for some different content, and you already have a channel, you want to click on your icon and then go into your settings. On this page, we're going to go to your channel, and we're going to find add or manage your channels. We'll click that. And here we're able to open up a brand new YouTube channel. When creating a new channel, it's automatically a brand account, and you can put in your name right there and create it. It's very, very simple, but that is how you do it. Now there's one last thing that is the most important part of this video, and you definitely want to do this. This next step is going to give you access to do custom thumbnails. You can post videos 15 minutes or longer. You can live stream, and you can also appeal content ID claims. Here's how you do this. Back on youtube.com, you want to click on that icon again. This time we're going to go into the YouTube studio. In the YouTube studio, we're going to go to this bottom left corner, and we're going to go into the settings. Next, we're going to click on channel and then feature eligibility. We can see that the default features have already been enabled, But for this, we do want to enable this as well, which is what I was talking about. And all you need to do this is to verify a phone number. So click on that button. And then what you'll do here is you will want to hit text me. I like to have them just send a text and it happens right away. You type in your phone number and then you want to hit submit. Right away, you're going to get a text message and then you want to open that up and put in that 6-digit number into Google. You'll hit submit, and now congratulations, your YouTube account is now verified and you are completely set up. The next step is definitely to set up your profile picture as well as your banner, and you can click on the screen right now to watch a playlist.
Okay, I'm just going to stop sharing for a moment. I can't hear anyone. Can you hear me? Anyone? You can all hear me, right?
I'll unmute and say, yes, I can hear you.
I love these malfunctions.
Antonella, our tech wizardress.
Hey, come on.
Well, I didn't say which.
Okay. I hope that was useful. What I liked about it was that it really drove the message about the brand channel, okay? Because you're not going to know the difference. A lot of people think, oh my goodness, you know, I'm going to start up a Facebook page and I have to do something separate. With Facebook, you want to set that up with your personal, and then you create a business page so that you don't have to log in as a different person and your business, you know, as yourself and as your business. The same thing with this YouTube channel setup. If you set it all up to begin with as a brand, you can change the name, you can add channels as you saw. So sometimes, you know, you've got people saying, oh, Google that and find out, but you wouldn't know. If you stumbled across how to create a YouTube channel, you could have gone down the road without even knowing that there was a separate option for the business page, which is what we're all here for. So sure, if you want to do a personal one, that's great, but you know that you've got to play in both spaces. And there are so many resources. You could tell that he also edited. He was editing, stopping, starting. He would have had to have stopped where it went across and asked for certain information. It's quite seamless. People that have been doing it for a long time and get paid and get advertising and turn YouTube into a revenue stream. You know, that's great. They're brilliant. They're earning money from it. But I'm going to hand over to Steve now, and he can show you and demonstrate what he's been doing with his editing and his videoing. And he's not doing it for money, you know, it's not for revenue. It's obviously because he just loves it. Over to you, Steve.
Okay, Sarah, you can take control back now because I'm not going to drive it. You can. You've got all the buttons. How's that?
Well, you know what, a very funny story I've got to tell you, and karma has really struck very quickly. I actually can't access it now.
Oh, no. So that means I've got to find it and share my screen. Well,
No,
here
it's
we
all
go.
right.
Would you like me to drive, Steve?
Have you got the latest one
I do.
with the change to Ocean Earth 3?
I'm pretty sure I
It doesn't matter. I've got
do.
access here, so that's okay.
Oh, okay.
There you go. No, you
You
share.
want me to
Yeah.
share?
Well,
Done.
yeah. See, the point is we're not expert aficionados, but we'll get down to some of the stuff I've done. Otherwise, I'll bring it up and share my screen. See how Antonella goes at his tech challenge.
All righty.
There you go. Oh, look, good. So the point being is and I did a little bit of a how to make and edit videos. You look at that little Google search there. It says video editing software for YouTube for free. There's 173 million of those results in 0.8 of a second. So try to pick one. And you were looking at one called Canva. Yeah, Canva's great for graphics. We'll come back to Canva. I think we've done that in another session. Not sure, but okay. So this one here should play if we can click it, Antonella, unless it doesn't. So, but it is. There you are.
Google. Hey, Google. Come on, Google. You're wireless, you know. Where you work? Oh, you're broken. Bye-bye.
So that one is just a little impromptu one. I dropped in to see one of my clients, E2B Phone Repairs in Eden. I said, mate, we can do a bit of a funny skit here that if your phone's like this one and it's not working, just drop into E2B. He didn't believe that you could actually do something like that as quick and as effective, and he took it. No, that's no editing. That's just off the cuff. It's walking in the door, picked up a phone there, and you can see it's wireless because it's not connected. But to take something from that and make it a bit of fun and then do some editing, you can use, you've got Adobe Spark, which is a top one, and each of those will link into another video, another editing. So when you get this slide deck, click on each one of those and I'll give you a different view of each one because they're linked directly to a YouTube channel. So, but I've been doing video editing for years and I'm self-taught, and I used to use a program on Windows called Windows Movie Maker. It was fantastic. Multi-channel, only 2 channels. And when we talk about channels, we talk about layers to a video editing software. A layer is you've got an audio track and you've got a video track. Now that allows you to do many layers. One of the problems with Windows Movie Maker was you only had 2, so you had to upload every video and trim it to patch it all together. It worked well, but some of my earlier videos weren't that good. So we can go to the next slide and we'll have a look at a couple that we've used. Oh, here we go. Get off you. And this is just an image of my little setup, my office here at home. I have a couple of screens, a few halo lights that are working today that you'll see if I turn them off, my face goes dark. And turn it back on again. But I've also got another one which
Makeup.
All right, then you can see, and they're right cheap. The halo lights are $49 at Big W, and that other single one was only $79. So you don't need to spend a lot of stuff on getting a video. But some of my little bit of work is just out in the field. And if we go to Ocean and Earth 1, this is impromptu, unedited, unscripted, straight off the cuff, straight ad lib if it's going to run. Hopefully we get it to run. Yep. You got the sound turned off. I think
Running.
You'll fix it. Oh, yeah. There's.
Tim, I can see some in the background there.
You
It's
hear that?
really gnarly. What
Yeah,
happened here?
yeah.
A couple of months ago, what was the go with this long grass? It's nearly up to my knees now.
Well, I could never grow grass here, Steve. The ground's really hard, or clay sort of stuff. So
Yeah.
I don't know, about 2 months ago, I guess, I scratched it up a little bit.
Yeah.
And,
So did you do this all in one
take?
take, Steve?
And it sort of didn't really
One
take
take.
off, but about 3 weeks ago, I
On a
grabbed,
tripod?
some motion to
Yeah,
work.
on a tripod
I
camera
spread it
stand,
all around here.
just with
Yeah.
my beautiful. If you just pause that, I'll just tell you a couple of things I use. My mobile phone is it's just a Samsung Note. And one of the good things about understanding what you can do with your phone, especially the video and the camera, is some of the functionality. Now, the Samsung allows us to tune the microphone for video to the front, the back, or omni. So I put this on a stand and I use that to do that. Now, I don't think your iPhone will do it, but it also allows you to stop, start, patch, and do auditing straight from the phone, on the phone itself. So that's one of the easiest ones to do, is learn all about what you've got on your phone without too much expense. You can do it on your computer as well. I can record this and edit it back. Now, if we go to Ocean and Earth 3, because 2's a different one, but 3, you can watch these all back. But this is one I did for Ocean to Earth again, but it was around Mother's Day for my mum.
Oh, yeah, Tim, just give us a couple of handfuls. Dig up that premium compost you've got there.
Once again, just out in the field.
Look at that. And I can tell you, sticking my head right in here, it might be fish waste and pine bark, but there's definitely no smell. I wouldn't be eating it though, because it's got full of beautiful garden microbes in it that make a garden grow, but might make your gut grown. So, but really fine stuff. It's really, really good, and it will, as you said, you make a bit of a compost tea and pour it on your garden. So really good. And
Now, I
have a look
noticed
at where it goes
you
from
were
here.
holding your phone
Yeah,
up
I was holding my phone, that was a
portrait.
handheld,
Steve.
and just ad lib. Now, I didn't need too much editing. There is one that I did edit on my phone, but yep, just go to the next slide if you can get out of that one. You do these. I think the air fryer is probably a piece de resistance, I think, to give you an example of what you can do with that one.
Oh, back to air fryer, did you say? Yep.
Yeah, back to air fryer.
Here we go.
My kids gave me, as you'll see.
And my lovely daughters, Hayley and Ebony, got me this lovely air fryer for Father's Day. So I'm going to unbox it and see what it's in the box and see what it's all about. And then we might give it a bit of a test run. Okay, back soon.
Limp
So
it
there
around
you
the
have it.
kitchen.
I've lined the drawer with the baking paper. Now it says to just put the ingredients in, turn it on, set it for 180 degrees for 8 minutes. So we'll put the crumpets in. This is like a washing machine, just put it all in. The butter and the cheese.
Hey, what are you doing?
Slide that in there, snug as a bug. Oh, it's on yet. We turn it on, and we're going to set it for 8 minutes, 180 degrees, and it should be done. And away we go. So we'll just let that timer tick down. I might have a cup of tea, and we'll see what happens. What do you
We're
reckon?
going to smell what happens.
Back soon.
Lovely transition there.
Yeah, beautiful.
You want to talk through how you do that?
Ooh, something smells nice. Or might be burnt plastic. Don't know. Well, guess we'll find out in about a minute now, I think. So, reveal coming up. Stay tuned. Yep. Stay tuned. Oh, sounds like something's happening. Wonder what's happening in there. Oh, it looks like it's finished. Look away. The microphone. Oh. 1, 2, 3. Oh. Well, we look at what it's done here. Look at that. Even got bacon on it. Oh, tasty, drippy cheese. Look at that. Mate. Oh. You want some? No. Unbelievable. I'm going to pull apart a piece of that and get it in my gob. Thanks, girls. Really appreciate that. Does it all for me. You're a beauty.
So, rightio. So, what you've got there is just me being a little bit comical. That was all done on my phone with the stop-start video. The editing software was on my phone, which on the Samsung, it's when you go to your gallery, you select a number of videos and images, and then you can click on more create movie. And you can import transitions, and you can delete what you don't want, and you can make it whatever you like. Now, one of my halo lights came with a little remote, which allowed me to turn off the video when I needed to turn it off and then restart it. Didn't quite work the way I wanted it to. I wanted it to be like a time lapse, but the Bluetooth was too far away from it. So there's a couple of things in there that you can let. It's just practice. You can actually script your software first if you want, which is the professional way to do it, and record a whole track of script. Then multi videos, so you actually do layer upon layer upon layer. Just like a Sara Lee, layer upon layer upon layer. But practice until you're happy with it. And the way to do that is just do it yourself, get your setting right. And you've also got, if you buy one of those, these ones, or something like it, this package came with one of those green screens. Like, you can't see it now, can you? Can't even see my head.
Bring it forward, Steve, bit more, that's it.
Can't see me now?
We can't see you.
No, of course not. And the reason they say green screen is It's called chroma key, and that's how you get all the. You've probably seen an ad on TV with this rather large gentleman's recording his jocks fitting, but you wouldn't know he's large because he's wearing a green suit. So that's how you can get different screens. I don't have one hanging at the back, but because the Zoom software is very good. But if there's a couple of tips I can give to you is just practice, play, do some ad lib, do some comical stuff, do something about your business that is going to stick in and be memorable. And you can spend a lot of money on big gear, and the result is how comfortable you or the person you are is in doing promotion, is talking to a camera or talking to no one, which is what we do to a Zoom anyway. I've got a little white dot there that I can look at, or I can look at you. So you can be funny. The message you want to get through videos is that people are attracted by movement, is approach it with one key message and just put it through. Like the air fry message is put all the stuff in, like a Thermomix, it'll do it itself. Well, that's what they told me. Just put it in and set the time and away it goes. A little bit of trick there. I did a bit of modification before I
Oh,
recorded.
it didn't do it all by itself.
Of course it did. Yeah. Unwrapped it all and did everything. So, and I've done some others with zucchini pizza and this and that. And I made, what did I do last night? Zucchini fritters or something with bacon and cheese. Not exactly throw it all in, but it really is that. So if you've got a product or a service that you can simplify so the message sticks, that it isn't difficult, it will help you. Like I want to get onto Virginia's wine tasting website because I'm a lovely red wine connoisseur. But it's got to come with a shot glass because otherwise people say, do you need a glass with the red wine? Well, it's already in one. So I don't need another glass to pour it into. So that sort of stuff.
Steve.
Eh? It's
Stop
true.
it. It's only Monday afternoon.
No, I'm not opening now. I'm saying let's get on to Virginia's and do me a little YouTube. One of our guys doesn't need the shot glasses. He's just like, hang on, it's not for P-heads. It's for learning and for sales and being memorable and being able to promote that. One thing I will say about YouTube videos is if you're going to try and put it up on Facebook, take the raw source, get it onto YouTube, bring it back down, convert it as an MP4, because YouTube is Google, Facebook is Facebook, and Facebook doesn't like YouTube, so they'll drive they will drive your YouTube to the bottom of the pile. So create it as an MP4, put it up as its own post, its own video, not the YouTube link. You'll get more transactions, and with everything else as well. So you can do the same. And the next big thing coming after YouTube is TikTok. So if you want to do some creative TikTok stuff, get yourself a TikTok channel. Now you have to be good at recording. You don't have to be. You can have a channel yourself. But that's also good for marketing and just promoting. Just 60-second little videos, whatever you want. But the whole key is you don't need to spend huge amounts of software to edit. Is be able to chop, change, and transition. It's just called a transition. So it either same as a PowerPoint presentation. Sorry, creating a slide deck, whether it's with Microsoft or Google Slides. It's just a transition. Like you'll see when we go back to the presentation, we've got the curtains opening. So and I see, is that you, Sarah, telling me to shut up? It's about time.
No, it's me telling my dogs to shut up, but I think it is timely to stop and ask for a couple of questions. Just thinking back over the last few sessions of these drop-ins as well, remember that this is another way of communicating with your customers and your potential customers, and authenticity is really important. I mean, you've seen Steve's authenticity shining through in his videos. Yours will be your own, and whether that is more technical or whether it's more comical or whether it's just little aspects of your business that people may not be aware of, as Steve said, practice and develop your authentic voice so that your videos align with your written and other communications, and it all seems to fit. I'd venture to say that little and often, and again, remembering the Google My Business sort of mantra, little and often is probably better than than you know, really laboring over very technical long videos, but only doing them very randomly. So, you know, build up a bit of a dialogue with your clients around that. But I'll put it out now for questions. If anyone has any or would like to ask how they might start with their business.
I got a question before we go.
Yes.
Machine Master, what is the game playing on the TV behind you?
That's keeping our daughter entertained. The movie called Wally.
Wally,
Oh.
as in W-A-L-L-E, Wally.
Yeah, Wally.
Yeah, Wally, yeah. Thank you. That's good.
No worries.
Yes, Kevin.
Yeah, I got a couple of little Durvalakis that I just got from office work. So I've got a tripod, and you just put your phone in there. And I've got this little fella here too, which is that's so you can walk along and you're not jumping all over the place. Apparently, I haven't tried it yet, but it's got little controls on there as well. So hopefully that'll help me get mine going.
How do you feel about putting yourself in front of the camera, Kevin?
Oh, that doesn't worry me. I've been acting for most of my life.
Oh, well, hey, don't forget, you got to keep it real. There's no rehearsal. Well, you don't have to do rehearsals. You see, I want to echo what Sarah was saying, that find find your representation of your business, because even the robots, let's not forget what we learned a few sessions ago, that even the robots know they want authenticity. They don't want the fake stuff. You don't have to dress it up. It's not about, you know, taking on a different persona. It is your business persona. Imagine the person walking into your shop and you talking to them. It's just getting that little sort of that barrier of looking into nothing and not looking at a person. You know, put out a cutout or something like that and talk to it, if that helps, you know. But it's good that you're not worried about being in front of the camera there, Kevin. Well done on the equipment. And what did that cost you? What are we talking, like ballpark?
It was less than $100.
Yep. Yep.
And you can get some of those halo lights, which have a phone sort of
Stand
frame inside, so they just sit in. Yeah.
Show us, Steve. There you go.
Virginia, did you have a question?
I was just going to say I bought a halo light a few weeks ago, and it has transformed how easy it is. That you can position it in front of your face instead of putting books on the breakfast bar and trying to get the angle right and the lighting. It makes it so much easier. And I was doing something the other night and I said to my husband, I could put me in front of 100 people and I can talk about wine until the cows come home. But the minute you put the camera up, I just had to pretend, once I got in the swing of it, pretend that I was talking to the people that, and I've got some on YouTube that a friend did with me. It was like in a studio, and I'm so stilted because I thought, I've got to get this right. I've got to get this right. And it wasn't me at all. And it is the authenticity. I mean, I always have jokes in my presentation, so I guess that's something that comes across as well. It's what Steve was saying. It really, people don't want a long technical mind description. They want something with a bit of fun in it. So yeah.
Can I just mention, you've given me a great idea. Well, a great idea for yourself is zip out to a farm, like a dairy somewhere, if you've got one close by, and just film a couple of seconds of the cows coming home. And you can start your video and say, right, now the cows are come home, I can talk about wine all night, but I've got 2.5 minutes. So let me start with this lovely Shiraz, full body. And in the next session, we'll talk about the Merlot and what the difference is, but only after the cows come home. And you just pan out the cows going home. And Bob's your uncle.
Listen, everybody, Steve gives beauty advice as well. So just try and find him on YouTube. It's very entertaining.
It's the Sandra Organics one at Dargo for Mother's Day. So there's one there. But that's an idea. Now, that halo I bought, you think, I'll get a standby. But you can see that maybe in here, it has multicolours, strobe. So you can change the colour in your video as you go because it's remote control. And you go, now the red bit. What about the blue bit? And you can do all that with the thing that costs $79, and all you do is plug your mobile phone into it, and you're done. And it means nothing. So $79, remote control, automatic video on and off or pause on your phone. So you can do all that sort of stuff even on iMovie on your iPhones or your iPads. So you don't need anything. You just go out the country, just start recording. And as you'll see if you run through some of the videos on the slip. But,
so I can see Harvey Norman in Lithgow is going to get a run on halo lights. Is that where you got your stuff, Kevin? Where can you get it in Lithgow?
So Officeworks?
Our Officeworks in Lithgow, but
Yeah, I just got it online from Officeworks. Yeah.
Yeah, Signet. I think it's called Signet. CIGNET is the stuff that you can get, and I got it from Big W. But I shopped online and found it in Bega, and went there and said okay, and I clicked online and ordered it, and an hour later that message is ready. So yeah. Shop local. Yeah. But it's all a bit of fun, and I think Machine Master, you were on the previous session. You can get really.
Actually, we forgot that.
I think we missed one.
Yeah, something happened.
Or the one before. Yeah.
The one before, yeah.
Yeah. So I watched that one and I thought, oh, there's some great lines there for you and a little bit of a video how-tos would be fantastic. And the good thing about YouTube, you get a channel up, is you can actually put the next roll. You can have a roll on. So you go from one video and the next on the playlist will be the next one, the next one, the next one, the next one. So you're going to record 5, upload 5, and then you have, no matter which one they click, it'll go to the next one. So you can actually hold the audience. And sometimes less is more. So I like 2.5 minutes. And if you need more than that, just create more videos. And you another chapter, another session, another solution. Good for training, but good for promotions as well. So yeah, looking forward to the red wine ones. I really am. The wine ones, I want to see those cows coming home. And if you need a video, I'll get some down here in Bega of the dairy cows going up the hill. So you can have the cows at home. Yeah. So there you go.
Just to that point of Virginia's, you know, we can all think of television ads for the local carpet shop or something where it's, you know the person and they're very engaging and chatty and things, but in the TV ad they're terribly stilted and
cringeworthy.
Yeah, exactly. You remember it for all the wrong reasons. And I've got a client who's been doing some of her classes, she's been videoing them, and she was hugely sort of self-conscious about it and very stilted. And eventually we decided that the way she should do it is down on the ground like she does in classes. So she gets down on the ground and does the video as if she was talking to the kids rather than trying to do it in a way that is different. So, very much immerse yourself in the environment where you talk most comfortably about your business too, and let people see that, because they will definitely tell if it's authentic you and authentic surroundings as well.
Another top tip to use the latest most popular app is TikTok. You can actually go on TikTok and you can use the music or the sound of someone else's, and you can do it with them. You can also mirror them and practice. Yeah, exactly. You can do there are lots of different things. So you can actually practice yourself, see what you look like. You don't have to post it, doesn't have to go live on TikTok, but you can at least see perhaps someone that may be a bit more similar or a bit awkward, or talking about a particular item, or maybe you just fancy doing a bit of a dance, whatever. You can do it on your phone, and you can just put the phone on the floor. I put my hand up. I did it at the weekend because a friend of mine said, I've never done a TikTok and I really want to do one, but she wouldn't do it all by herself, and I did it with her, and I'm not showing any of you.
What's your channel? Come on, put your channel in the chat.
Not happening.
I will find you. You know I will.
But we literally pressed the button on a dance that was going on, and it had a filter and a feature that it was using. And, it was 15 seconds, and, it was like, okay, there you go. You've done one now.
Yeah.
She still hates me.
It's about having fun, having a key message, but forget the hard sell. It's a product memory, product recall. Oh, and you'll see one if you watch Ocean to Earth 3. It's actually a compost. but I'm talking to someone about dead fish and dirt. Now, it's compost, but it's who would want dead fish and dirt for Mother's Day? So once you can do that, anyway, on with the show, Sarah or Anne. Who's got the screen? Sarah.
Sarah does indeed. You're on mute, Sarah.
Yep, got it. Yeah, so just remember these key things. Steve, you want to do just a quick recap on those?
I will, yeah. Make it inviting. I'm just going to read off the screen. But look, if it's memorable, if it's a comical, memorable, or serious, it doesn't matter. It's just as long as you got a key message, and you just take your time and just be real. You can see everything that's on the screen there. It shows your business, how industry knowledge, happy to assist. The impact factors are: it's real, it's live, it's you, and you come across as knowing what you're talking about, but not a serious one. It's not a hard sell, you know, like the encyclopedia salesman or the stuttering Bible salesman. It's just a moment in time that leaves a lasting memory, but then you've got to try and push the message regularly. So you've got to have an outlet, whether you want people to subscribe by going subscribe, or running the same videos out of YouTube back to an MP4 and putting them on your other mainstream channels, such as Facebook, Instagram. You can actually get them on Snapchat and all that sort of stuff, and of course TikTok. So and you can say it's got their hours and everything else. Tell them when you're open, tell them when you're not. And there's also lots of training from Udemy, isn't it? UDEMY, which is like for Udemo on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. Beautiful little 25-minute training. So it's a little bit of training there as well. And just have a play. I call it playing, but because learning is playing. And people say, well, how do you know that? Well, I just played until I didn't break it anymore. So that's what it's like. So be prepared to make some mistakes. That's all it is. Yeah. Thanks, Sarah.
And just remembering that, you know, just as we talked about your social media posts and so forth, having them on running along sort of pillars or themes, so you're not talking product all the time. This is the same sort of thing. Make sure that you have a call to action, as Steve said. Give people an action to take that is the next thing, but don't feel that you need to sort of sell all the time, because that will be very off-putting. So just see it as those layers. Steve mentioned that, you know, you can put down layers of audio and video and so forth. Well, this is just another layer of people getting to know who you are and what your business is, and feeling that they've got a relationship with you that they'd like to continue. And that's kind of the main thing. Just also revisiting that whole resilience piece, which is how we started. Remember that in your organization, you just need to be across all the dimensions of resilience. It's not simply financial or you know, your technology and cyber protection and so forth. It's the way you do your business. It's the way your business is structured and who you involve yourself with, who you partner with, who you employ. It's your reputation, and it's really the way you go about taking things to market. I don't think there's a business in the country that hasn't done a little bit of operational and probably business model shifting in this last 18 months. You know, that's been great practice. And as Steve said, you know, keep trying and do things and test them out. If it doesn't work, well, don't do that again, or don't do that the same way again. But, you know, that's all resilience building in exactly the same way as practice and you know, getting better at things is. So keep in mind that there are multiple dimensions of resilience, and at least know what you're doing in terms of each of these. Even if it's just a watching brief and you're not actively doing anything, you need to be aware that there's more than just a couple of levels of that. And of course, if you'd like to know more, strengthening business facilitators such as Steve and myself are here to help you. And Antonella is the digital specialist who works with us to, to build a bit of a digital roadmap alongside the roadmap that we build with you for the next stage of your business, whichever stage that is. It's all free, all funded by the Commonwealth Government. And what are we up to now, Steve? It's 16 months in and we've worked with 400 businesses across
I think
New South Wales and
it's
Victoria.
greater than it's over 450, and the demand at the moment is increasing because we're coming out of COVID from bushfires, especially in the areas that we're in. So services are in demand because it's resilience, pivoting, and getting businesses to operate on short changes. I was talking to Antonella before, and I said, it comes back to the old line. If you want something you've never had, you need to do something you've never done. And that comes back to the point that if you keep doing the same things, you're just going to get what you've always got. So try different, experiment, have fun, and just be different, but be yourself. So, and that's what it's all about. And sometimes facilitators who've worked with small businesses like we have for a long time have tried these things, and we come back to what works and then tweak them around the edges. So it's called template modification or business model transformation. They're the big words, but just keep changing and keep trying more stuff. So, and Sarah's very, very good at that. Antonella is one of the best digital specialists I know.
Oh,
thank you.
Wow.
How many digital specialists do you know, Steve?
That's a leading question.
Sarah, you just ruined that for me.
There's also one thing I'd recommend to everybody is we've got all these videos that we've done, and there've been different people on the sessions each time. Most have been around Lithgow, of course, because this has all been supported by lovely Rachel and the Lithgow Council. So go ahead and connect with people who have been on this as participants in each of those sessions. Reach out to them, build your own networks, because even if you don't have a specific and obvious supply chain relationship, you may well have a different relationship. And anyway, you're all, chamber members or people who might be interested in being chamber members, because I know there's a lot going on with the Lithgow Chamber over the next year or so. So, use this as your opportunity to expand your network of local businesses and business owners who are all going through a very similar experience.
It's been great. So, and thanks for letting me muscle in on your territory, but I've thoroughly enjoyed the sessions. And if you haven't seen them all, do what I did. Just binge from start to finish, and it gives you a great afternoon of pleasure. And that would be something I could probably do with after watching one of Virginia's videos on how to get the best out of a wine. So looking forward to that. And if you could do one thing for me, share the videos that you make, or the little bits, not for general publication, but the outtakes, maybe to Sarah, and just that'll give you someone to have a bit of a look at and a bit of a laugh and see if the message is coming through. So, try and try again, and the message will sink in. But it's been fun, and look forward to the next events. Thanks Sarah.
Steve. Virginia?
And, me never finish.
Sarah, just following on from what you just said about the Chamber in Lithgow, we have, things are really, really exciting at the moment. We've just employed an events coordinator for the next 21, 22 months. And we're going to be holding 4 big major events from now until in the next 22 months. So watch this space. It's getting exciting.
Wow, that's
really hit the ground running.
And Virginia, you had your hand up?
Whereabouts, Sarah, is the link to the previous recordings or the previous? Did you say?
I'll send out the link. It's on a YouTube channel, which I didn't follow any of the rules, so it's probably just called Sarah Hunter. But
what is Steve?
I'm not a very
learn
active
by doing
YouTuber.
it.
Well, yeah, see what we don't know. Now Sarah will have to go back and start over. But
Start a
you know,
brand channel. Yep.
Yep, that's right.
Can I just ask one question with videos? If you might have covered this, so if you have, I'll Google it. But when people put videos up, and especially on Instagram, and they use a song and they tag it, is as long as you tag it, is it okay to use the song? Does anybody know? Like,
You
the
mean
legals?
copyright?
Yeah.
Yeah, YouTube has a great function that unless you've paid for the license, you won't get your video promoted. It'll breach copyright.
No.
There's several levels to
Facebook as well.
To YouTube, and you can Premiere, but Premiere, the subscription pack allows you to. They will select music for it, or you've got to sign up to a SoundCloud or someone like that to get unlicensed music that's licensed through SoundCloud.
Right.
So there's many levels to go, and try not play the radio in the background or the music in the background to beat YouTube, because they're pretty clever, you know. They can still hear it. So, but if it's
it'll be taken off Facebook. It won't accept it.
What about Instagram, Antonella? I've seen.
Oh, Facebook and Instagram's the same.
Same. You do get a selection. So there are some that obviously are available, and there's also like a limit to, you know, the timing. You won't have the whole tune playing. That changes a little bit. I think there might be a kind of a general rule, but I don't remember the exact seconds. And so you
research.
Just get into whatever platform you're on, see what options you have. Obviously, if you're using something like iMovie with Apple, you can plug into your iTunes, and iTunes will show you which ones you're allowed to use, but you won't be able to use the whole thing, because it's it's a completely different bag when it comes to music and copyright in music. Even karaoke is a bit dodgy.
Yeah, copyright, I think anything less from my radio days, if it doesn't run for 30 seconds, there's no copyright breach.
Oh, there you go.
25 to 29 seconds is only a snippet, and you can run it. But over 30 seconds, you pay the dollars.
Okay. Because on Instagram stories, people have a lot of music on it. I mean, I guess a lot of my videos would be more about me talking about wine. But
you might want some Richard Clayderman piano music playing in the background as a nice, subtle, classic, you know, cigar bar arrangement. So, yeah.
Well, that's a nice
song,
segue.
Red Wine. There's plenty of wine songs out there, aren't there?
Well, there is, yeah, lots of is, whinging and whining. There you go. Don't whinge, have a wine. Look at that. It's nearly 4 o'clock.
It is, and we're going to hand over to Rachel now to finish up and bring us home on the networking event.
Well, first I'd like to absolutely thank everyone who's been involved in this series, which started in July. It has been an absolute barrel of laughs and fun, but also some really important lessons and some great tips and tricks that we've been very fortunate to learn, both from Sarah, Antonella. Thanks so much for everything that you've been doing in each of the sessions. It's been great to have you, Steve, join us in this as well. So our intention was that also in conjunction with Small Business Month, we would round out this event or this series with an in-person networking event. We still intend to do that, and with the current COVID environment changing as frequently as it is, we are planning an event as safely as possible for those that have been on this journey with us. So details will be coming soon as they are finalised, and we promise to have a very exciting and relevant program that we're delivering to you. But again, thank you so much. I do hope this series has been beneficial to you, and keep an eye out and stay tuned for further events that we will also be delivering to support you, your business, the area that you live in your community.
Thanks, Rachel. Thanks,
Thank
everybody.
you so much. Thank you, everyone. And Rachel,
Lovely.
It's been good fun. I'm going to miss it. What am I going to do?
We'll just have to come up with the next series on applicable software tools for management, growth and development of businesses. And
I can't hear you. You're cutting out, Steve. You're cutting out. You're cutting out.
Time to go, everyone.
All right.
Bye.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.